Hey guys, today we're bringing you a new card from the Boomsday Project, an all-new Hearthstone expansion.
Hi, I'm SilverByz.
And I'm Lambyseries.
We are from Team Resurgence from Singapore.
The Boomsday Project is an all-new expansion from Hearthstone featuring 135 new cards that will be released on August 7th.
Today's card review is the Necrium Blade. Do you want to take a guess what card it is?
Okay, so it kind of looks a bit like a weapon with some fluids inside. I mean, I guess it looks like it's gonna give poisonous to something.
Yeah, what cards do you think it is?
I mean, it's a dagger. I'm pretty sure it's a dagger, so I guess it's gonna be rogue.
Okay, you are kind of half right on it. Okay, the Necrium Blade is a rogue card that costs 3 mana with 3 attack and 2 durability. Its effect is the Deathrattle that triggers the Deathrattle of a random friendly minion.
Alright, okay, so from just looking at the card, it has the same stats as the Fiery War Axe, like post-nerf. I think it can have quite a bit of value, seeing that it can attack twice, and it still can trigger the Deathrattle of any minion, well, random, on the board. So, just going into a little bit, like what Deathrattle minions do you think would trigger with this, would be worth triggering with this weapon?
I guess it's similar to Playdates, but it's in a weapon form, so you can trigger in like Cube or like maybe like the Devil Saw Egg.
Ah, Devil Saw Egg, right. Okay, the funny thing about this is that I just realized also that since it's a rogue weapon, right? The thing is, it's very hard to counter because, like, let's say your hero gets frozen, you can just redagger with your hero power and you get the Deathrattle effect off.
Yeah, the Deathrattle still triggers, yeah.
Okay, so now that we've seen the card, let's go into some synergies of the card which will be very useful for the coming meta.
Okay, the first synergy that I can think of is in the Tempo Rogue deck, where the weapon can work with a Devil Saw Egg. The Devil Saw Egg can be popped when the weapon hit on the minion, and then you get a 5/5, which gives you a big tempo swing.
Since we're on the topic of Devil Saw Eggs and weapon breaking and stuff, I'm actually thinking of something along the lines of Carnivorous Cube and Charge Minions.
Yeah, like Leroy?
Yeah, like Leroy. So basically, what I'm thinking of right now is like, if you cube the Leroy and you hit the face with the weapon, right? It triggers the Carnivorous Cube.
Yeah, correct.
And then you get tons of damage. I mean, it's Leroy for 6. And then there is 2 more Leroys from the Carnivorous Cube, that's another 6 and 6. And then after that, there's also the weapon damage. It's about 21 damage with the cube still intact. And 2 more Leroys in the cube. That's OTK over 2 turns, I would say.
OTK over like 1 turn if possible, because since it's at turn 10 when you do this.
Yeah, and since we are on the topic of 1 turn kills, oh my gosh, let me tell you about another one. I've just thought about it as well.
Oh, what?
Okay, let's say, you guys know what's Maligos, right? Okay, so there's this card, it's Cobalt Illusionist. What happens is when Cobalt Illusionist is destroyed, when it dies, it actually spawns a 1/1 copy of a minion from your hand. So what actually happens with the Necrium Blade is, when you attack with the Necrium Blade and it gets destroyed, it triggers the Cobalt Illusionist and it pulls, let's say, Maligos from your hand.
Yes,
Alright, it pulls Maligos from your hand. Okay. And you guys all know what Maligos does. It does +5 spell damage to all spells in your hand. So if you do the math, alright guys, let's do the quick math together. Quick maths! So if we do 1 Sinister Strike plus 1 Sinister Strike plus Eviscerate plus another Eviscerate, that is actually 34 damage, and it actually fits in with 10 mana.
Miracle Rogue, like last time the old Miracle, Mali Rogue.
Yep, and that is actually, like I said, 10 mana. So it's a kind of a perfect OTK. I'm very curious if you guys would be able to pull that off. I know it's kind of a lot of cards, but it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, kind of amazing. So, I think the best way to counter this weapon would be either to clear the board of Deathrattle minion, or we could silence Deathrattle minion, or maybe set back the Deathrattle minion. So, to not able to let the weapon activate for the Deathrattle. So, what other things that you can think of?
Yeah, I do agree that keeping the board clear and preventing the Deathrattle from the weapon to go off is one of the best ways to neuter the effects of the weapon. Also, actually, technically, if you do freeze the enemy hero, right? They cannot attack the weapon, and technically they won't be able to trigger Deathrattle. However, we have to remember that this is a rogue class. Yes. So what does a rogue have? It has its own dagger. So what happens is you can actually just redagger to get the Deathrattle off. So it's quite an interesting interaction, which hardly happens. So very interested to see what you guys can do with this card.
Some decks that I can think of is like Tempo Rogue with like Deathrattle, like Loot Hoarder or Cane Bloodhoof with the weapon can work with, which gives you a lot of tempo at the same time, like the out-tempo your opponent. Right. Yeah, I guess it was like a good deck before, maybe it will be a better deck after the expansion. Okay, also what deck do you can think of?
Right, of course. I do agree that Tempo might have a resurgence. Yeah. Okay, so I'm very curious to see what kind of combo decks people can make. I mean, abusing Deathrattles has always been a thing. If you guys remember Nazor.
Yeah, Nazor.
I missed that card. So yeah, off the top I mentioned Meligos. So I really am curious to see what you guys can come up with.
Once the Boomsday Project expansion drops, lock in to claim 3 card packs and a random class legendary, both from the new expansion, for free!
Alright guys, there are also 2 pre-order bundles for purchase. The first bundle costs $49.99 US and it includes 50 The Boomsday Project packs, 1 random golden The Boomsday Project legendary card, and the Mecha Jaraxxus card back. There's also a mega bundle which costs $79.99 US. This includes a new Warlock hero to add to your collection.
Mecha Jaraxxus, the Lord of the Mega Bundle.
Alright, and both bundles are available for purchase now, but your card packs can only be opened on the 7th of August.